Yo, what's going on, guys? Frankietrades here, bringing you another new video. You guys smashed the like button on the last video. I may have to start challenging you guys a little bit more on this because you guys hit those 30 likes pretty quickly. I was not expecting that, so shows me how much you guys show attention to the videos, how much you guys care about them, and about your education with some of the stuff I offer for you guys. So today's video is going to be how I chart. It's not going to be how everyone should chart, how you should specifically chart. This is how I chart. This is how I go about my everyday. First things first is obviously leave a like, comment, and ring that bell notification for the video. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get this channel to 700 subscribers. We are 50 away. Let's go ahead and get that going so you guys get more videos like these. So first things first that I'm going to go into, like I said, this isn't going to be a very long video because I'm not going to show a few examples. I will show an example or two, but I'm going to show you what I use and how I go about charting. So me specifically, I like to chart in the mornings. For anybody who is new, I recommend you do chart at night though. Reason being is you get that practice in the night, and then you get that practice and finalizing your ideas in the morning. The reason why I don't chart at night is solely because I've grown to know myself, and I hate being disappointed in trading. And so when I wake up in the morning and most of my trade ideas that I wrote at night are broken, it kind of turns me away and kind of ruins my mood for the morning. That's just how I am personally. It doesn't mean how you guys should be. Anybody who is new, I highly recommend you guys chart at night and then finish your ideas off in the morning. So charting in the morning works perfect for me. I'm not saying it should be perfect for you, but like I said, just for those new people, that's how I recommend you guys go about charting. As far as the time frames go, you guys can see I'm on Tesla here. There's only a few time frames that I recommend you guys go. And the way you guys should go about charting is, first off, definitely chart your indexes. You guys know that every Sunday on my top weekly watch list that I give you guys free every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to tune in on those, where I give some of my free picks on the week. You guys know I start off with my indexes every time, ES and NQ. Why? Those are the stocks that we trade in. So for example, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, all these stocks fall under the Nasdaq. So it's important to chart out the Nasdaq and see where our market index is, where it's at, where the trend lines are at, and all those good things overall. As far as charting those indexes and your stocks go, is you should go about your time frames. So the time frames that I use when I chart is the 3-year 1-day, the 3-year weekly. These two specifically, and this is where you guys should start writing your notes, or at least start copying what you guys want on your charting platform. The reason I only ever use these is if I really need to go on a bigger time frame, see what the heck is going on. So for example, let me actually go to Meta and show you guys a good example here. So Meta, if you guys go on the daily here, you guys can see like, like most new people would think, oh, Meta's at all-time highs, holy crap, this is so cool. Then you go to the 3-year 1-day, and then you get the bigger picture, and you're like, oh wow, like never mind, this is nowhere near close to this. And so the reason why we have I have these bigger time frame setups is because back during COVID, and then after COVID, obviously the market pumped a lot. And so it's important to see what was going on throughout then. And also you have stuff like this where earnings was over a year ago. You can see we still have a gap to the upside on Meta. So things like that is important to have a bigger time frame. So the 3-year 1-day or the 3-year weekly, whichever you're more comfortable using. The weekly I kind of just use to get an overall picture, see where the stock could be wicking at, all that good stuff. So those are the two big time frames. As far as the others go, I go from I chart from those time frames if I need to. I go to the 1-year 1-day time frame. After that, I go down to the 180-day 4-hour, the 90-day 1 hour. A lot of people say you just need the 20-day 1 hour. I still like to see like the bigger picture of things. So for example, I like seeing what happens in a 90-day span with the 1 hour time frame. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you just need the 20-day, you just need the 30-day. It's not bad, nothing wrong with that. Those people, they're successful in their own right, and whoever charts that, whoever has their 1 hour set up that way. Like, I just personally like the 90-day 1 hour just so I can get the bigger picture of if we're consolidating somewhere, or if we have a trend line developing somewhere that I normally wouldn't see in the 4 hour, maybe I can see it on the 1 hour. So that's the reason why I like charting on 1 hour and having that as a 90-day instead of something like this, like the 20-day. Like I said, nothing wrong with either. That's just how I personally have it. And then last but not least, you guys have your 30-minute time frame and your 15-minute time frame. You don't really have to have a specific day for these. The reason why I have these is a good example is AMD actually today. So let me go to AMD, and you guys can see here the reason why is when I went to the 30-minute and 15-minute time frame this morning when I was charting during pre-market, I saw that we actually created a flat bottom here on the lower time frame. So if I go to the 1 hour, there's no way I'm ever gonna see that. I would really have to. You could. Okay, maybe you can on that one. On the 4 hour, it's a little trickier to see if it's actually a flat bottom. You kind of have to go on the small time frames and really start looking in. And sure, you can hover over the candles, but I mean, it's a lot easier. Just go to the smaller time frames and look, and oh, flat bottom right there. You can see 3 easy rejections off of there. That's a level you're definitely going to look at in the morning. So that's essentially why I have those time frames. And 5-day, 5-minute, and the 1-day 1 minute are the ones I execute on. I never use the 5-day 5 minute. The 5-day 5 minute is what I use intraday if there's any trend lines that are developing or anything I need to see on a bigger picture for the intraday. And then the 1-day 1 minute is what I always execute on, what my trades on that you guys see in the live trades I post every Thursday. But you guys are getting this special video because this didn't go out Tuesday. So with that being said, that is how I like to chart. The only indicator that I like to use is there's only really one indicator. I don't count this as an indicator because the things you see now on my screen with these lines being dashed and everything, this is part of the we call it the algo subscription for stock hours. Essentially all it does is it helps plot out the market sentiment of whatever stock index you're looking at. Obviously on TradingView, it's only available on TradingView, so let me point that out. And then obviously on TradingView, you obviously have more options to currencies, forex, gold, whatever the heck all that stuff is, crypto. Obviously it'll help you tell the market sentiment off of that stuff too. The algo works with anything on TradingView. It also helps plot support and resistance lines, and also puts these trend lines that could sometimes be useful and that you normally wouldn't see. You can see that the algo drew these, right? I don't use the algo up to religiously. I just have it there just because it's already on my chart, so it's like, why not have it? And so sometimes I will miss a trend line that I normally wouldn't see that the algo will help out with. So nothing wrong with that with having assistance, as long as you're not completely prioritizing it over reading price action or all of the fundamentals when it comes to executing and all that good stuff. So that's the reason why I have that. And the only other indicator that I do have that I will show you guys is the volume profile. So a lot of you guys are probably confused looking at this, or like, what the heck is this? Volume profile is essentially shows you areas that are congested on a stock. So let's go ahead and go to Tesla here. We can go to usually you want to use these on the bigger time frames. You don't want to use these so much on the smaller time frames. You can if it involves your strategy. If it doesn't, then I don't see a reason in using it. But the only reason why I'd ever use this is to chart out on the bigger time frame. So if you go to the 1 year 1 day, for example, we could see that when Tesla got around this 275 area, when we were looking at it, this 270 area, we could see that it's pretty highly congested. And by congested, I mean that there's a lot of shares traded in this area, meaning there could be a little bit of chop in that area. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not playable, but you should be wary of it and think, okay, there's a lot of chop in this area, or there could be a lot of chop in this area. Let me just be careful and let me take a precise entry here instead. That's the way I look at it, and that's why I like using volume profile. It gives me an idea of where Tesla is traded at a lot when we start getting into these higher levels. So you can see here, like I said, 272 to 275. We can see there's a lot of shares traded here. There could be some congestion or some chop. Let me just keep an eye out for this and see what happens. So that's the only other indicator that I use. Besides that, I don't use EMAs, MMAs, whatever AMZ indicators you guys have. I don't use any of those. I just trade with what's in front of me, and that's the biggest thing about charting is with having a lot of indicators on your screen. And the reason why I don't do it is because you guys, the things that I see that a lot of people do wrong as news traders is they want to put all these indicators on the chart to the point where they can't even read what's actually going on. You can't read volume. You can't read the volume most times. You can't read the candle movements, all that good stuff, all the necessary fundamentals that you need when it comes down to actually day trading and executing these kinds of trades. So for me personally, I like to keep my charts clean. Obviously, to you guys, this could probably be a messy chart, seeing all these levels, gaps, and all this stuff, all these trend lines. To me, this is a clean chart. This is something that I could read. But this goes back to me saying the whole indicator thing, where it gets to the point where it just starts blocking off all the important stuff, like of seeing a resistance, at 250, or seeing supports at 275 or even 280, all that good stuff. So with that being said, yeah, like I said, the important things to take out of this video is always chart on your bigger time frames first, and then with that, chart your indexes. So what I mean when I say indexes, at least stock specifically, since we are focused on the stock market, not forex or any of that kind of stuff. As far as the stock market goes, you always want to chart out what your stocks are in. So for me, in the stocks that I trade are under NQ and ES, or the S&P 500, right? Both those futures. Those are what I like to chart. And like I said, it's important to see where your market sentiment is at. And when I say market sentiment, I'm talking about the indexes. This is your market sentiment overall. You could see that NQ today was actually getting bought up at 15,000, and they actually never had a strong candle close under that. Things like that, it's important to see, and seeing what other stocks are doing in correlation to that, and seeing how they react, if they react the same way, if some are stronger than that, if some are weaker than that, and are actually falling, even if, with NQ pushing off of 15,000. All these important things that you normally wouldn't pay attention to when you're not charting the indexes, but when you are, you get an idea of what stocks are strong, which stocks are weak, which stocks are just following the market, and that gives you an idea on how to go about your pre-market plan going into the market opening bell. So, and then obviously the recap with that, the 1 year 1 day, the 4-day 180 day, the 90-day 1 hour, and then obviously I have the smaller ones like the 20-day 30-minute, 5-day 15-minute, and then the ones that I execute on intraday, or I guess that I look at, is the 5-day 5-minute, and the one I execute on is the 1-day 1 minute. So but yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I know I said I was going to do an example or two. I think that'd be giving too much away. If you guys can get this up to, let's do 50 likes this time. If you guys can get this to 50 likes in 24 hours, I will do another one of these videos and doing live examples with you guys over on a YouTube video, and I'll post that not Sunday, since you guys get the weekly watches. Then I will post this on, let's do Tuesday or Wednesday next week. I will give you guys those live examples of me charting the indexes live, but that's only if you guys get this with 50 likes under 24 hours. So as soon as this gets up at 6 p.m. Eastern, and by 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, if this is not at 50 likes, we're not gonna do it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a challenge for you guys, since you guys got it up to 30 likes within a day. So I want to see what kind of damage you guys can do on the video with getting it to 50 likes. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed that and kind of got an idea on how I like to chart and what I use. There's my cat for the video. But with that being said, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell notification so you guys get notified on all the most recent videos you guys get from my channel. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy your day. Don't get caught in the markets, and peace out.